Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a little bit different than what I usually do, but I wanted to discuss gaining rank without breaking the bank. And first, I wanted to talk about a budget mouse. The G703 is currently on sale for $59.99, and this is a mouse that I used to use when it first released, and I absolutely loved it, but for whatever reason, as trends begin to come out, mice with holes, lightweight mice. Of course, I, for whatever reason, let go of my G703 and started to use other mice. And going back to the 703, it really is a sturdy mouse with great build quality. The great thing about the G703, especially at the price point of $59.99, is you're not going to recognize any performance increase by going from the 703 to the G Pro Superlight. Likewise, you're not going to notice a performance increase going from the 703 to something like a Starlight 12. The sensor in the 703 is that good, and there is absolutely phenomenal performance here with that Lightspeed wireless from Logitech. As far as the build quality, I have absolutely no concerns with this mouse at all. There's no rattling, there's no issues with flex or bend, and my side flex of mouse 1 and mouse 2 is pretty much non-existent, and no issues at all with the scroll wheel or functionality of the DPI button. As far as the side clicks go, they are just a tad bit mushy with post travel both at the bottom of mouse 4 and the bottom and top of mouse 5, and they are glossy, which I wish they were not. And the texture of the mouse definitely does leave a little bit of fingerprint and oil residue, but other than that, the mouse is absolutely phenomenal. The only other thing I would probably point out is the mouse skates are not PTFE, they are a little outdated. And the weight of the mouse is, of course, on the heavier side. But again, when you're looking at price to performance ratios, will that weight actually affect you and your in-game performance? It's all very subjective. For me, it did not, and I think that at $59.99, the G703 is an absolutely phenomenal mouse. Keep in mind that the mouse is ergonomic. It is similar in size to the G Pro Superlight, so if you are looking for a smaller or ambidextrous mouse, there are other options on the market as far as budget mice. And if anybody is looking for a budget mouse pad that works, in my opinion, in both tag shooters as well as games like Apex and fast-paced games like Quake and or Splitgate, the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn is a very nice balanced pad, and I think anybody going to it is going to feel very, very familiar on this pad because it's almost akin to the feeling of a QCK Heavy, the feeling of a Hyperx Fury as far as that nice typical cloth surface that a lot of us are used to, but the quality of the pad far surpasses those of the QCK Heavy and the Hyperx. So you're getting a very quality pad that's going to last you a very long time, and a pad that is going to feel very balanced in game and give you a little bit of control, but not giving you the tug feeling that a lot of the muddy control pads typically give. And those of you who want a little bit of extra color on your desk, the Padsmith pad is very good, has a lot of extra speed over the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn pad, and it has enough stopping power to keep all of you people who need a little bit of additional control very, very happy while giving you a little bit extra speed and maneuverability. I think both are very good for different purposes, and both are in a nice little price range for anybody who is looking for a budget pad. Also, anybody looking for really nice and expensive modifications, you can get third-party skates and third-party grips from lethalgaminggear.com. Again, like the pad, when you purchase it, you can use a code of your favorite creator. For me, you can use code FRESH. If you choose to, it will give you a nice little discount, but core pads come in a pack of 2, and they roughly only run you about $10. And I do recommend changing out your default skates to third-party skates. They last longer, and they keep their consistency quite a bit longer, and they offer you a level of speed or additional control depending on which skate you go for. So they do provide some very nice options at a pretty low cost of modification of $10 and a little bit less with the discount code. The BTL grips that I have on my G Pro Superlight, I put these on probably about 3 months ago, and that was a lot of use on these, and I don't see any degradation in the material at all. And personally speaking, I think they add a nice little bit of texture or grip to whatever mouse you might need it. Of course, another important aspect of anyone's gameplay is a keyboard. And if you are looking for a budget keyboard, the Pulsar TKL is only a $70 bare bones kit. If you are looking for something that is hot swappable, I think it is a very, very good keyboard. It feels good. The stabilizers feel good out of the box. And not only that, they have a custom name tag option that you can have on the right side of the keyboard, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. I had no issues with the keyboard in game. The only issue I did have on Windows 11 was with the software open. There was a little bit of input lag. With the software closed, no issues at all. The keyboard feels good, and again, it is hot swappable, so anything that you would like to put into the board as far as loop switches or regular switches, you can do so. Again, bare bones kit is $69. If you are looking for a one-and-done option, I still cannot recommend the Hyperx Alloy Origin 60 enough. It is a $100 keyboard. It does go on sale typically, pretty frequently, and it is an aluminum build. It feels hefty, it feels heavy, and feels just overall like a very good board. The stabilizers have a little bit of rattle on the spacebar. Other than that, I did not have many issues with my copy of the keyboard, and the HyperX Reds feel very nice in game. They feel fast, they feel responsive, and just an overall good linear option if you want a one and done. And to give you guys a sound test. The bottom of the Pulsar is see-through. It does have that white on black PCB, which I think looks really, really cool on the bottom of the board. The rubber stoppers do keep it flat and secure on your desk. And the feet on the bottom of the board do set out into one additional angle if you need it. They are easy to put out and feel sturdy and solid. And again, the board is something that I feel for the price of $69 is a very good quality board. Doesn't feel like anything that is going to break, and overall the board and the stabilizers all feel good and sound very good for that price point. So I do want to show you guys some gameplay. I have the Padsmith pad, I have the G703 that I got on sale for $59.99. And one of my favorite things to do in Apex is to help out my friends as opposed to just constantly climb, and only worry about myself and my own rank. And I do have a session yesterday of playing with Mouse Lady and Nacho Customs. I do want to show you guys how I played on the G703 and the Padsmith pad. Let's check it out. Also, all of the gameplay clips in the montage were with the Sennheiser HD560s, which now is a headphone that you are able to find on sale for around $150 to $160, which I think for that price range, if you're able to get it for that price, you're really doing yourself a favor by getting these, because the directional audio capabilities at a distance, from close range, all in a 360-degree radius, you are able to hear things with pinpoint precision. And the great thing about the headphone is it is a reference-grade headphone for analytical listening, and I feel like you absolutely get that in-game. When too many things are going off, grenades are going off in Apex or in tac shooters, it's able to almost filter out those bassy, boomy sounds, and you're still able to pick out those subtle tones like footsteps and people pulling out guns or reloading. Things like that that are very important for directional audio purposes for competitive gameplay. I think the HD560s are an absolute phenomenal headphone for the price of $199. And again, if you can get them on sale for closer to $150, they're an absolute steal. They are on my Wallhack tier list for headphones, and they will be there probably for the indefinite future. If I can give you guys any word of advice, it is that I think out of all of the accessories that we've spoken about today, your biggest upgrade will be your headphones. If you're using a $20 gaming headset, you're going to have an extreme advantage swapping over to something like the HD560s, which again now can be found on sale for around $150. My main headphone are the DT900 Pro X from Beyerdynamic, and I can't stress enough how big of a difference the directional audio is in the audio clarity and quality when too many things are going off, like enemy cues, teammates, comms, things going off in game, explosions, reloads. Being able to pick up on those subtle nuances is very, very important when so many things are going on, and especially having that directional clarity and being able to pick up on those directional cues from a distance and close range. It is very, very important. As far as a mouse pad, there are so many options with different levels of control, and under $30. You do not need to have a $100 mouse pad or an $80 mouse pad to excel and pick up rank in game. There are so many options on the market, so many good options like the ones that we've talked about today. I do not think you need to break the bank as far as a mouse pad is concerned. And I think that the mouse is certainly an important upgrade in the sense that you want to have a comfortable shape. You want something that has good performance. And there are so many things on the market now that are on sale or coming out under MSRP of $79. You've got the Pulsar X Lite, you've got the Model D wireless, you have the G703 on sale, the Razer Rochi V2. Again, so many options. You don't need to break the bank. You don't need a $180 mouse to excel in game. So focus on maybe transitioning those funds to something like, if you're on a 144 hertz monitor, do I think that 240 hertz makes a difference? I do. And I think that the display that you're using and the headphones that you're using make some of the biggest upgrades in a competitive level setting. Keyboards are so good nowadays that the input delay is almost non-existent, and I don't think there's really a benefit going from one keyboard to the other. So, try to save money in that regard. I don't think you need a $300 or a $200 keyboard in order to excel in rank in a game. So I hope that helped, guys. If it did, please leave a subscription to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.